Lions News Fan Report. Have you ever wondered how much a defensive line can transform a team's season in the NFL? For the Detroit Lions, this is a crucial question that has dominated internal discussions in recent months. With the 2025 draft approaching, the team is at a significant crossroads, and the decision on how to strengthen their defense may determine the franchise's future. This year's draft is a golden opportunity to reinforce a defensive line that, although talented, hasn't yet reached its peak performance. And when we talk about strengthening the defense, one name that has been gaining impressive attention is Dion Walker from Kentucky. However, what initially seemed like a simple speculation about his potential draft choices is now turning into a strategic move behind the scenes. What exactly is at stake for the Lions, and how might negotiations with Walker be the key to the team's immediate future? Let's begin to understand why this negotiation with Deone Walker has taken center stage and how the addition of this player could completely reshape Detroit's defensive line. When we talk about Dion Walker, we are not just talking about a player with an enormous physical presence. He is a 6'7", 345-pound giant, which already places him in a unique category in the draft. His stature alone makes him a valuable asset for any defense in the NFL. But what is even more intriguing about Walker is his ability to be more than just a blocker on the defensive line. While his primary specialty is undoubtedly stopping the run, he has shown an incredible ability to pressure the quarterback, something essential for the Lions, who aim to elevate their defense to more competitive and aggressive levels. Now, what has come as a real surprise to fans and experts is the growing buzz behind the scenes that the Detroit Lions are more than just interested in Dion Walker. Internal sources suggest that the team is not only eyeing him but also having serious and advanced talks with his agent. What seemed like a mere interest in the player is now shaping up to be a real negotiation, with the Lions attempting to move their draft picks in order to advance in the order and secure Walker as their final pick. This could mean that the team is willing to negotiate their current position or even consider trades to move up and grab an impactful player immediately. The reason why this move is so significant for the Lions goes beyond simply adding a talented player. It is part of a strategy aimed at securing Detroit's defensive future. Over the past few years, the Lions' defensive line has shown that it has the necessary ingredients to be good, but not great. It needed something more, something that could create real dominance over opposing offenses and force quarterbacks to make quick decisions under pressure. Walker could be exactly that, a disruptive force that creates such a presence on the defensive line that opposing offenses will be forced to worry about him on every play. But will the Lions really manage to secure this crucial piece? The reality is that the competition in the draft is fierce, and many teams have their eyes on Walker. His size and abilities are undeniable, and many believe that he could be the addition missing to make a defense elite. What puts the Lions in a unique position to get him is the fact that the team has some valuable picks they could use to make the right move. Additionally, Detroit's cultural factor, with the leadership of Dan Campbell and his aggressive approach, makes the Lions an attractive team for players like Walker, who are looking for a chance to prove their worth on a team determined to grow. What's interesting is that Walker is not the only name the Lions are considering to strengthen the defensive line. Other players are also strong options, but the movement around Walker has been much more intense, and this is reflected in the level of speculation that has been circulating. If the Lions do manage to secure Walker, the defensive line will immediately become harder to break through. This would not only help improve the defense's efficiency, but also have a direct impact on the team's performance in stopping the run. Walker is the kind of defender who can guarantee that Detroit's defense won't struggle against opposing ground attacks, creating a physical barrier that will be a challenge for any team to face. Furthermore, adding Walker would have a direct effect on the development of other players on the defense. His presence would create more opportunities for linebackers and safeties, who could have more freedom to attack the quarterback or cover passes without worrying so much about opposing offensive linemen blocking their view or creating gaps for ball carriers. This means that not only would Walker be a disruptive force, but he could elevate the performance of the entire defense. Now, back to the negotiation, it's important to note that the Lions are not just in a race to secure Walker. There are other names that have been discussed as potential reinforcements for the defensive line. Tyleik Williams from Ohio State is another name in the spotlight. Williams is extremely versatile, capable of playing in multiple positions on the defensive line. His potential to generate pressure and disruption on the quarterback is clear, but he also brings a skill set that could complement the Lions' defensive line perfectly if the team decides not to trade for Walker. Additionally, Williams has shown throughout his college career that he has an incredible ability to read the game and could be a valuable talent for the Lions' future. Another name to consider is Phineas Peebles from Virginia Tech. While Peebles is smaller than many of his counterparts in the position, he brings impressive speed and an aggressive mentality that could be an excellent addition for the Lions. His ability to create pressure on the quarterback and shine in blitz situations makes him a highly desired prospect in the middle rounds of the draft. Many believe he could become a big surprise for the team that chooses him, and the Lions could benefit greatly from this pick if they decide not to invest in Walker. However, the big question remains, will Dion Walker truly be the next big defensive player for the Detroit Lions? If the negotiation comes through, it could not only improve the defensive line significantly, but also put the Lions in a position to compete more aggressively in the NFC North. Adding Walker could be the missing piece to make the Lions one of the most feared defenses in the league. The 2025 draft is quickly approaching, and with it, a series of critical picks that will determine the future of the Detroit Lions. What we can say for sure is that the team is focused on strengthening the defensive line, and Dion Walker, more than any other player, seems to be the main target in this move. If the Lions manage to secure his signature, we can expect a much stronger defense and a team ready to dominate in the future. If you're as excited as we are about the future of the Detroit Lions and the 2025 draft picks, be sure to follow our channel. Stay up to date with everything happening with the Lions, and don't miss any updates on the draft. And, of course, if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, subscribe to our channel now. The future of the Lions starts here.